Hello everyone, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition solo runs. Last time we had a slightly drawn out fight with members of a cult that were trying to convince us that we should be attacking a tiefling down lower. However, on this occasion we sided with the tiefling and have since wiped out the cultists here. And now it is safe and empty, and whilst there is a basement that is very full of various weapons and jewels and all of that kind of stuff, I actually have a more important purpose for coming back here, and that is to make sure that we are well stocked for food for the encounters that are coming. So I'm just going to pick through all of these kind of pots and barrels and sacks and all that stuff, because in my rule set I need to make sure I eat a sufficient meal whenever we long rest, and having only 3 spell slots per long rest and trying to get the most out of them, long rests are going to be a bit more prevalent. So I'm going to come around here, pick through all this stuff for any loot, but I might not deal with all the trapped and deadly stuff in the basement, so give me one moment. So, as you can see from the basement here, we've got lots of pears, kiwis, lemons, plenty of sausage, cheese, potatoes, lots to be getting on with, along with some jewellery and weapons for selling and the like. So, now we have to decide where we're going to go next. I'm not going to deal with all of what's in here, and then in this room, and then in this secret chamber. There's like a lot of gear and a lot of weaponry and stuff that's going to be really heavy, and I don't need to concern myself with it right now, I don't think. There's not anything in there that's so valuable, like a +1 shield or anything, that I'm like, yeah, I'll do that right now. But we can remember that if we do suddenly find ourselves really short for cash, that is back there. Hello, how are you doing? Like you're having a bad time. Okay. So we do not currently have any spell slots. What on earth is happening with the UI down there? Something is unknown. Which is very... Oh, I know what has happened. So I've got hotkeys set to do things relating to recording and such. And I needed to disable 1, 2, and 3. So now it just says unknown underneath the 3 bottles there. So that's what that's about. Up here, there are many more foes. But one thing that we certainly want to do before coming up to this encounter is have a long rest so that our illithid powers are available to us, because there is an ally to be made there, at least for the course of that fight. They won't join the party, so it won't rule us against the solo rules that I have for the campaign, but we can kind of charm them into fighting their allies, which will be very good. But I certainly don't want to have such a large fight without any spell slots either. We do have 2 short rests, which is only good for healing at the moment. And as for our XP, 488 until 4th level, and then the big guns, because of course we're going to put dexterity to 18 and wisdom to 16, which means we're going to have higher chance to hit with just about everything. But I think the really dull, obvious thing to do for right now is going to be get a long rest in us, go back to the Druid's Grove, sell a bunch of our stuff. You know this routine by now. So I will do that and spare you the watching until we get to some action afterwards. Alright, so I've sold off a bunch of our random tats. I picked up a couple of extra Scroll of Cure Wounds, because that is a spell that we can cast. So that is just like an emergency in case all else fails. We have those available to us. We need to drop off a bunch of this food at camp when we go back for a long rest, but since we're sitting on about 2.5 grand, I thought we might just have a quick conversation with Auntie Ethel. She is very important to a later quest, but here in the Druid's Grove, I can't remember if she has anything that we really want to purchase, so let's have a quick word.
Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh...
There isn't a bit of colour in those cheeks, Petal. Are you hurt? Cold? Feverish?
I am cold and feverish.
Sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore.
let's see if just here to trade. What do you have? Oh, she's disco dancing. Right, what we got? We got lots of water. Water is great because we need it for our resting. We've got a greater potion of healing, I will take it, and a potion of invisibility, I will take that too. Fire resistance and lightning resistance are not that important to me, neither are the random herbs and spices. I will take all of your potions of healing. Do I want all your potions of hill giant strength? Can't hurt to have them if they're not too expensive. And Corellian's Grace. Unhampered resistance. If the wielder is attacked while not wearing armor, they receive a default bonus. Well, we are going to be wearing armor, so we don't need to worry about that. 360, 96, 120, 60 and 240. How many of those do we have already, if any? Show me by type, please. We have one. Alright, we'll pick up one more of these. And then we won't worry about having 4 of them, because we don't need 4 if we're not going to be ever using them. So let's haggle for that. Nothing else that we need to sell currently. Nothing else from here that we want, so we'll take some extra water, some extra potion supplies.
Take care now, sweetie.
She won't even look at us. Alright, so with extra supplies on board, let's go and take a long rest. That way we will be ready to cast spells and the like. We can drop off a bunch of this extra food that we have at camp, and then we will slowly begin to see if we can't find a couple more encounters to get us over to that sweet, sweet level 4. Alright, see you at camp. Alright, here is our long rest meal. We have 1 water to throw into the middle of nowhere. And then for food, we're going to have some pork, zucchini, a potato, and an apple to finish. Let's have a nap, and then why is there blood on my pillow? I'm not sure about that one. Let's see what happens in the night. We have a nice meditate. And we pop back to where we left. Alright. So, with that done, we now need to think of an encounter we can do to get some experience. What is there around? Up to the north, there's a lot of bigger, more dangerous fights, particularly over here. There's kind of lots of gnolls, that kind of thing. Down here in the swamp, there are the red caps. There are the 2 commoners, which aren't going to give us much in the way of XP. And there is the everything that goes on inside of the camp with the goblins, but we're going to try and use our drow features to deal with that. We haven't met Gale yet. We could try and take him in a 1v1, although magic missiles might wreck us. We do have 25 health, and he's going to have like D6 plus maybe 3 plus 3.5, like 12 or 13 HP. So on a really good turn, we could probably have Gale fairly quickly. So let's go do that. I know Will is still alive somewhere in the goblin camp, but Gale is going to be around here somewhere. Where is it? Down there, perhaps? It's the roadside cliffs one that we haven't used yet because Gale pops out of it. But before we do that, what we definitely want to do is get a familiar, because having that extra, even minor attack is going to be very useful on a 2v1 situation. Blindness isn't going to help because magic missile... It might. If it's a creature you can see, magic missile might not be able to target us. But I think the spider for poison might be our best shot. And they've got 6 hit points, so that's a lot more to be taking for us rather than ourselves taking all of the hits if he decides to target the spider instead. So, I don't know that sneaking is going to help us at all. Where are you, spider? You are coming along. You decided to stay back because we were sneaking. Fair enough. So, this needs to be fast, deliberate, and hopefully not deadly to us. Let's see how this goes.
You're alive. That's unexpected. Last I saw you, you were lying in a crucible's worth of blood. An intellect devourer nibbling at your ear. Glad to see my eyes deceive me. I'm Gale.
Right.
Well met.
We don't trust him we can draw our weapon, or... Oh, we can't select the frog. Alright. The crab. I don't trust him, draw our weapon, do this sooner rather than later.
Oh, easy. Besides, statistically speaking, we're anomalies on par with a convivial aboleth.
I don't know any of those words, so get wrecked.
Let's hope I win.
That is adorable, though. Let's hope I win. We have the initiative. He's level 2 with 14 hit points. So we obviously have a bonus action and a main action. We can't attack twice with Horde Breaker because he's only one target. And we currently have our sword and board out, which is good for our AC, but bad for our chance to hit, although his AC is very low. So obviously we're going to start with a bonus action Hunter's Mark. And now we can attack for 1d4 plus piercing, or we can get out our ranged weapon and do 1d8 plus 4 piercing, plus the... We're in his threatened area. Fine, we'll move back. How about now? Much better. With the Hunter's Mark, we might be able to do this in a single hit. No? Okay. Let's hope that he doesn't wreck us too fast. Maybe he'll use Mage Armor. That's good. That's a whole action, although it is also a chance for him to use a bonus action healing potion. We can bite. We're within range, which is good. But we miss. However, he might now aggro on the spider instead. And back to us. Is there anything else we want to spend a bonus action on? We could Ensnaring Strike or Hail of Thorns. Seems a bit extreme. .12 is so close. We can't do any bonus action damage, unfortunately. And he's probably going to heal again with another potion right now. And then Magic Missile, I'm guessing. What was that? He cast Magic Missile on Bo. And we took no damage, so... Something is broken. But I'm not gonna complain. I don't know why encounters have been so broken on this solo run. Oh man. That's more what we were expecting to happen. Spider is up. Spider is going to bite. With a crit. For 3 damage. Can we do 1 damage with our bow? We've done it.
Well met. I am a magical projection of Gale of Waterdeep, and if you see this manifestation, that means I have prematurely perished.
Yeah, I killed you.
For reasons that cannot be disclosed, it is of vital importance that my death be remedied at your earliest convenience. You may rest assured that I do not speak out of self-preservation alone. Many lives depend on my return to the living within the span of 2 days. I trust I've made myself clear.
Well, Apparently I got through like a almost 90 episode campaign of 5th edition rules in campaign 3 without Gale ever dying and never seeing this cutscene. I think you're better off dead.
A grave error in judgment indeed, which we'll pretend was never spoken. I have upon my deceased person a magic...
Alright, we're not going to do this because you're going to stay dead, so I will let future me...
Now repeat my instructions back to me, please. I'm not trying... And next? Right. You... No. You... And pay attention. And so we have got best of luck with the protocol.
Okay, I'm going to let future me worry about that when it becomes pertinent to me actually doing that. But right now, Gale is dead. We got no XP, which I'm mad about. And Gale is committing a necrotic aura around themselves. So we're going to leave that be. We did lose concentration on our spell, which is a great shame. Where else can we be going? Probably not around here. There's just like commoners and stuff. We did everything in there. I guess we're going to have to go somewhere new because everywhere else around us has been completed. There is a bear in Sylvanus' Grove that if you move a rock, the bear gets mad and attacks you. So maybe we'll try and give them a visit. Just before we instigate any fights in here, let's take a short rest. I wonder if the spider would heal as well. Does not, but we can just obviously go, hey, give me a new fully healed spider, thank you ever so much. So inside the Druid's Grove, there is an elevator just here, but I think currently there's a bear sleeping at the bottom of it, and so we have to go the long way round. And it's just down there at that creek that we are interested in. So if the game would let me focus on my character. What I don't know yet is, have we gone downstairs in this area? Because if we haven't, we're going to have to deal with the various druids telling us that we can and cannot go places, or tieflings getting in trouble and the like. Have we looked in this hay bale yet?
That's curious.
We have now. And that's 15 XP, which is great. What we got? 20 gold and malachite. Happy enough with that. I do wonder, and I've not attempted this at all yet, but if I just came into the Druid's Grove with a full party... Oh, a locked chest. And just tried to kill everybody. Did I not try and lockpick? Oh, there you go. Yeah, if we just decided that we were going to go on a warpath and try and kill everybody, how would that encounter go? Right, people down here being mad at one another.
Let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hell spawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Ragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
And Druid is scary. Scary bear. Alright.
Damn it.
They're frightened off.
Taken those guards.
Are we letting through? No, maybe not. Hello, bear.
Calm, Magrin. Give her a chance. You, step back. We'll not tolerate drow in here.
Oh, okay. That's how it's going to be. If it weren't for me, you'd be overrun by goblins.
Keep back. Force my hand and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giorna.
What? Why would she allow one of them? I suppose so. Yes. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead, but a word of warning. One wrong move and every single animal here will tear you apart.
Well, All I wanted to do was pick a fight with a bear, but that's far more vicious. Alright, everyone else around here is praying. We've been ordered to go see Korga, but that can wait a minute. Let's hop down here. This bear, I think, is far enough away from everything else that it doesn't cause a problem. And this rock, if we put that there, there is the Amulet of Sylvanas. And as soon as we pick this up, I'm expecting trouble. Okay, so it is just us versus Orm. That's fine, I can handle that much. The spider is up first. Target is too far. What if we jump? And then bite. Okay, so far so good. Apparently I should have taken a turn on shared initiative, which is my mistake. Spider do be critting though. And then bow. We're gonna heal, obviously. Especially with 17 potions, it would be daft not to. We can't cast a bonus action spell now. We could cast Ensnaring Strike, or we can just hope to start attacking as we are, which I think will be what we do. Only 6 is a bit rough, but I'll take it. The spider has had their turn. A good miss for us. More biting here, please. Man. This spider is rocking it. Let's switch to sword and board so that our AC increases by 2 with the shield out. And if we go Hunter's Mark, we should now be able to wreck this. So that's 10 more XP. Every little helps. And fortunately, nobody up at the top is going to give us grief for what we just did. Which is lovely. Alright, so we have just about made a little bit of progress. 463 to go. And we now have the Amulet of Sylvanas. We can cast level 2 Abjuration Restoration on ourselves. So I'm not sure which conditions that exactly heals us for, but it's good to have in our back pocket nonetheless. It's kind of the only way we're going to expand our set of spells and items and whatnot. But in any case, thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.